Hey everyone. Okay, so still sicker than a dog, and I might choke. I don't talk long anymore, and so I am so sick, you guys. So we're using I'm not even sure I should film, but I really want to talk to you guys, and hopefully it'll calm down in a few minutes. But this is week 45, and this is Cat's birthday. Okay, let me see. Calm down. Okay. So I have stories to tell you guys. I've been excited to talk to you. I really, really want to talk to you guys. So forgive me. I know there's people who don't like this, but I have pneumonia, if you didn't listen to my life update. And it's not getting any better at all. So I don't know what to do. I'm a little ball of misery. I've lost 9 pounds because I cannot keep anything down. No liquids, no food. I have nothing. I mean, I am so shaky that I can't keep anything down. So it's been miserable. And it doesn't help that we changed insurances this year. And we have to find a new doctor. I'm sick. I don't want to find a new doctor right now, you know. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm miserable, you guys. I'm serious. But are these pictures cute? And isn't it starting to be really, really cute? Hold on, I gotta choke. So that's all I've been doing is choking and puking my guts out. And especially it started yesterday, where every hour on the hour I am just vomiting, and there's no end in sight, and I am miserable. So I don't know what to do, guys, but I need to find a new doctor, that's for sure, ASAP. So I'm going to try and remember how to film, how to do all this stuff, okay? But my brain is kind of out of whack, even more than normal. It's out of whack. So forgive me. Please forgive me for all of this. But I really missed you guys. I really want to get this layout in my album. And I really want to print out more pictures. I may not be able to actually create anything right now, but at least I can print out pictures. So let me tell you, okay, this is what I'm most excited about, wanting to tell you guys, especially if you've been with me for a long time. You know how I was hoping for that Christmas miracle, right, of Cheyenne and her boyfriend breaking up and her leaving him. It happened, you guys. She moved back home. She moved back in with us because she's saving to buy her own either house or condo here in Hollister, and she is moving on up. So she is kicking butt, and she got tired of him, and she got tired of him, and she kicked him out. And then they were living with my parents, right? And so it all started with my with my dad. My dad was so sick of him. My dad is a worker, and to see this guy, you know, Cheyenne, commuting, doing everything, you know, working, you know, 12-hour days plus the commute, which is another added hour, plus having to take his stupid kid, you know, to do things because, you know, he's a loser. Well, my dad was every time Cheyenne was gone, he would be in the bedroom playing video games, and that would be it. And then the kid would wake up Cheyenne to feed him, even though the dad is playing video games. So my dad was getting so sick of him, and so he was like, you know what, you gotta go. So my dad basically kicked them out, but pulled Cheyenne aside and told her he doesn't want her to leave, but he is tired of him, and she was getting tired of him too. She was starting to build up to that, you know, she was getting sick of that life too. And so it was great. Sorry, I'll try and warn you guys, but I just don't know when's going to happen. So, yeah, so he kind of got the ball rolling, and then it ended up where she's like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I don't love you. I don't want to be with you anymore. And this was right before Christmas. So we went to Florida December 9th, well, the 10th through the 16th. She moved in the weekend of her birthday, which was the 15th. And we were still gone. So she moved in at that time. And she has been back here since that time. But I have been sick. Tim has been sick since we got back. And I don't know if it's because, you know, you got the tropical climate and then we came back and it was cold here in California. We don't know. This has happened to us before when we've gone to Florida. So I just don't know. But it's been, what, 3 weeks and 2 days now. And like I said, it's not getting any better. In fact, they diagnosed me with pneumonia. They gave me amoxicillin. It took me a little while to realize that I am allergic to amoxicillin. Oh, darn, that stuff's coming off, so I'm going to have to be very careful with it. Yeah. So it was also keeping me from getting well because I'm allergic to it. And as my body gets older, I keep getting more allergic reactions to things than ever before. And yeah, so I'm like, oh my gosh. It just, when it rains, it pours, right? And so, yeah. You already, I mean, I can't tell you enough how miserable I am, but I am. And I'm just like, I am just trying to keep my head above water because it is so easy to go and get into a depression and have a pity party for yourself. So that was the first story. Okay, so I was hoping to tell 2 stories to you, and since it seems like I'm like slower than molasses right now, I'll have time. But so anyway, so my baby girl has been on a few dates, and she's back home. We are closer than ever, and I am loving her being here. I just wish it wasn't sick. And it says, I'm so happy you were born. I gotta choke. So we had this planned out for Disneyland. I'm telling you this story now instead of waiting for week 1 of January, because there is like, it is so sad. Everything about this story is so sad that I can't wait to tell you guys, because it's kind of hilarious all at the same time. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It is just, oh my gosh. So, okay. So let me see if I can try and tell you the story without, you know, coughing in your ear too much. So, whew, okay. It's hard to breathe sometimes, you guys. Whew. We planned this trip to Disneyland to fly from San Jose, which is about an hour away from us, the airport. Gonna choke. To Disneyland. And I bought the insurance. We should have used the insurance and canceled this trip and made it for a different day, but we didn't. And so I have this problem with my throat where it feels really blah. It feels really, really blah. And no matter what I drink, what I eat, it doesn't matter. It's still there. It's just a blah feeling. I'm not sure if you've ever encountered that kind of feeling before, but nothing will take it away. Well, we get to the airport. Cheyenne and I, we get to the airport. Tim's at work, and it was just me and her. And these 2 pictures are from, I bought them new cots to go underneath my bed. So that's underneath my desk right here. Oh, hold on. Okay, I gotta choke. Underneath it, they're the new cots. And So, what was I telling you? Give me a second. Let me think. So we get to the airport. We get I'm trying to get that blah feeling out of my throat, you know, and because all I've been doing is vomiting. I can't hold anything down. I haven't been able to hold anything down. So it's been pretty miserable, that part too, right? And so we get there. Cheyenne loves Starbucks. I can't stand Starbucks. I think they're overpriced and their stuff is not good at all. Once you've had Dunkin' Donuts and you've paid those awesome prices and you've had their awesome frozen coffees, nothing will compare. And Dunkin' Donuts is where my heart lays, or lies, whatever. And but we don't have that around us here, so it's everywhere outside of California. It's not very prevalent in California. I think that was a big word of the day for me, and that's it. I got no more. And she loves Starbucks, so we get Starbucks. And we get a little treat, you know. I got like a blueberry muffin. She got like this vanilla egg bite or vanilla cake. And so we had that. So we're just sitting there chilling. Our flight, we got there within an hour, you know, just to kick back for an hour. So we were there an hour ahead of time. And instead of the 2 hours, you know, we're supposed to be. But it was okay. So then we get told on the loudspeaker, okay, your flight has been delayed 2.5 hours. Excuse me. And that side is done. What do you think? Isn't that cute? So we were like, oh man. So we got pizza. Pizza in my heart. Was there another place that's overrated? And so we got that to eat on the plane because we only had a few minutes, right, to wait. And we're like, oh, let's eat our pizza now. So we had our pizza. So we had Starbucks and the treat, and then we had the pizza. So we had that. We finally get boarded, and now it put us off kilter. So that was number one. So that started things, right? So okay, fine. Well, we get to LA. Sorry, we get to LA. Sorry, that was the Costco heater, you know, those little heat things I have in my office, and something triggered it. Well, that woke my butt up. So, oh my gosh, it's like a fire alarm. Oh my gosh. So something happened and it got too hot or something. I don't know. Oh, okay, now that my heart is pounding. I don't know if yours is too. This is really a good one, right, guys? So let's see how many thumbs down I'll get on this one. But, so, that was hilarious. Oh my god, it scared me. Oh, so, sorry. So we get to LA. We're gonna do Lyft, right? And so, because we're only there for a day and a half. We're not even there for 24 hours. And so we go to Lyft. We order a car. People are they're waiting, right? Nothing. Okay, so I've never had a problem with Lyft before. I love Lyft. And so they show this sign that says it's a woman picking us up. So we're like, okay, cool. So it showed 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and then it went back up to 5 minutes, and then it went down again. And then it took like 3 tries, and Cheyenne's like, just cancel it, Mom. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll just cancel it. So we canceled her, ordered another one. People have come and gone by this time, right? And I'm like, how are they getting people? So it was really just, our luck was so awful this day that it just was. So again, we order it, we order it, and then it was the same thing. 5, 4, 3, okay, 4, then 3, then 2, then 3, 4. And it was like, oh my god, what is happening? So we watched this whole thing on our phone. It took us like 20 minutes to get out to get someone to pick us up. And everybody has come and gone. I mean, everybody has come and gone. And so we're just waiting. So we're okay, fine. So finally guy comes, picks us up. He's taking us to our hotel. There's a traffic jam. He goes, I don't know what's happening. And I'm looking around and I go, okay, I think this is this area, and yeah, it's going to be a traffic jam. I said, we'll close our eyes. You can go around them. We saw nothing, right? He goes, okay. So he goes around them, which was the best thing to do. Cheyenne has to use the restroom, okay? She's like, Mom, I'm not feeling very well. And I'm like, you know, and you're a mom first, right? And so you're like, oh no, that's the cots underneath my bed. So that's their new setup underneath this too, here. And I said, oh no, okay, so traffic jam. She's not feeling well at this time. I know I'm going to have to vomit. So I'm like, oh no. So she's like, Mom, okay, so we finally get there. There's a excuse me, traffic jam. So we're stuck. It took us like 30 minutes. It usually is like 21 minutes to get to the hotels from Disney, from the airport. So everything is delaying, right? So we're like, okay, fine. So we get to the hotel. She goes, Mom, I gotta go to the restroom. I go, okay, babe. She ran to the restroom. I go register us. I get done registering. She comes and she's like, oh gosh, I don't feel good. And I'm like, okay, let's get to our room. So we get to our room. She's like, hurry up, Mom. I'm like, okay. So this is the week I got my tonsils out also. And so I was like, lies, because it's a Dunkin', and it says Boston cream donut, and it does not taste like that. And excuse me. And so I'm like, okay, fine. So she goes, hurry. She goes, get to the room. And so she goes, I gotta go. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I'm not feeling well either, honey. I said, I think I'm gonna end up having a vomit. And so she's like, okay. So we're in the room. She goes, turn up the TV. So we have like the TV turned up to like 31, and it is, and you know, she's screaming from the bathroom because she's like, because our thing is, oh man, I think I have to vomit, babe. She's like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I can't go to sleep, I don't feel good. And so we were laughing this whole time because we're like, oh my God, what is happening? And so we were so messed up. And so the Hilton Anaheim, you guys, has no bags in their garbage cans. So I gotta choke. So let that be, you know, keep that in mind. There is no garbage bags. So I'm looking around like a mad woman because I have to vomit and she's in the bathroom. And I'm like, oh no. And so I look over and I see a little part of the bag from the ice bucket peeking out, and I'm like, oh my God, okay. So I grab the ice bucket, grab the garbage can, I sit on the floor, I have the garbage can in between my legs, I'm holding the little ice bucket bag and I am hacking in it. She's laughing from the bedroom. She's like, go to sleep, go to sleep. And I'm like, I can't, it's too late. So, and then she's like, oh my God. She's all, well, you don't want to come in here, put your face in this toilet. So I am laughing. I am like, bleh, and bleh. So that is how our time went in that hotel room. And it was just like, oh my God, we were dying. So we were laughing up a storm. I'm vomiting. She's not feeling well. Oh my God, you guys. Talk about... Oh my gosh. So we finally, about an hour later, we leave to go to Disneyland. At this point, it's almost dark. We go from the Hilton Anaheim. It's at the convention center. We've never stayed there before. But if you walk a little bit of ways, you can go to the Toy Story parking structure and you can get a ride there. and it would take us to the park. So I said, let's do that. So we walked over. We had to walk. We should have known, because we had to walk the whole other side of the parking lot. We had to walk about 1.5 miles. Granted, you guys, I have not done anything but sleep and try not to get bed sores for 2 weeks, right? And so I haven't done anything. No walking, nothing. I can't do it. Well, so we start walking because the line, I gotta choke. The line is so atrocious that we were stuck there for about a half hour. She's all, we should have just walked. And I go, I know. So yeah, so we screwed up on that time too. So it took us a while to get to inside the bus to get to Disneyland. We get to Disneyland, and of course the security line is atrocious. So that took another while for us to get through the security line. We finally get inside Disneyland. And we are headed walking towards Pirates of the Caribbean. And we get near there and we get this whiff of a smell. We're like, corn dogs. So by this time, you know, she's empty. I already hacked up the first round, so, you know, might as well hack up the second round. So we're like, okay, let's go get corn dogs. So we went and got corn dogs, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I'm having like dry heaves because Sprite. I got a Sprite with my meal, and I'm like, no, now I'm traumatized with Sprite because I've thrown up Sprite so much now that it's not a good, it's not good anymore, right? It's like getting drunk off, you know, tequila or something, and then you're like, oh my god, I never want to see or smell or anything of tequila anymore. That's how Sprite is right now for me. And I'm like, it'll be like 5 years before I touch Sprite again. So I'm like not feeling well at that point because I'm like, this Sprite is not agreeing with me. And so we're like, okay, so we ate that, and then we walked towards Pirates, and I was like, oh, well, they have this. So we started eating our way through Disneyland, but not really, because we only got from the corn dog. And then we got to eating, and then we went to the Jungle Cruise. Going on that, we go to okay, now I forgot to tell you, she works from 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. at night to 6 a.m. in the morning. She worked Saturday, so when she got home at 6 a.m. on Sunday, we left at 8. She had time to pack, and then we left. So she had been working for 12 hours. And she had no sleep, okay? So we get to Pirates. She rests her head on my shoulder. You know, talk about a mom moment where you're like, oh, just, you know, I love her. And so I feel it when she just falls asleep. So she fell asleep through the ride. And so we were laughing when she woke up because we were like, she's like, I slept the whole ride. And I'm like, yeah, you did. And so we were laughing. And then we were like, okay, well, she's like, I'm not feeling this anymore. Let's just go back to the, let's go eat dinner. Let's go eat dinner. So I'm like, okay, I gotta choke. So we go and eat at Black Tap. And so we are sitting there and we're eating, but she doesn't eat bad. And she was eating bad. And so I got her one of those bomb milkshakes, those cake batter milkshakes and stuff, and she was eating some fried food, and I was like, you know, thinking about it, going from downtown Disney back to the Toy Story buses, plus walking across to get to the convention center, the hotel room. I was like, I can't do it. I can't physically do it. I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore. So we did a lift from downtown Disney. Okay, it turned off on me. It just means it wants me to keep going with my story, right? So we got a ride from the hotel, from the downtown Disney to the hotel, which was like the best $5 I've spent that whole time, because we couldn't do it. We were so exhausted because at this point it's 9 o'clock at night, and we had got to Disneyland I think at 5, no, maybe 6. We probably got there about 6 because it was such a whirlwind. So Yeah, so talk about not feeling very well. So that's not the end of the story, okay, guys? Because we still got more. So we got done with that. We go back to the room. She goes, we were supposed to go in the morning to go, I like the dimension. We were supposed to go in the morning to go for a couple hours, and then our flight left the next afternoon. So she's like, I want to sleep. I said, okay, so we slept. And then we slept till 12. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I have so much to tell you, but I don't know what to do. Because let me put this on here. That way I can keep talking to you. So, because I still got to thank everyone, and I got to show you the insert. So, so she says, so we left at 12. We get to the airport. No problems. We're there. Then we get told, your flight is delayed 65 minutes. We're like, no way. So we started eating at the airport. And so we ate at the airport. And we had Subway, and then we had Chinese food. And then I got a drink from Blaze, right? Because I'm still trying to get rid of this yucky feeling in my throat. So we ate. And then we get on the plane. We leave. We get back. It took forever to get the lift to the, not lift, but the company who we left the car with to get us. So that took forever. So I mean, this has been nothing but a chaotic trip. So we decided, okay, so we got the car, and I told Shai, I go, babe, you got to pull over we get the car finally. I said, we got to pull over at the bushes because I got to vomit. I was like, oh my God, I got to vomit. And she's like, no. She's like, I got a bag in the car, in the trunk. She slams into park because we're still in the parking area where no one is around. We got the car, so we're still good. She runs to the trunk, grabs it, comes out, gives it to me, and I'm like opening, scrambling, and then I heave. I upchucked. So here I am throwing up in this bag in the front seat of her car, and I'm like, this is madness. I'm like, this is just so awful. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to go home. So we were just laughing and just, she thought, that doesn't sound too good, Mom. I'm like, shut up. So it was, oh my God, you guys, yes. So that was a day and a half of our adventure, Sunday, Monday of this week. So yeah, so just to let you know. Oh my gosh. So let me say thank you to everyone for your well wishes and for the last Project Life. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love the colors. The colors were outstanding. I started this and finished this before we left for Florida. So yeah, that's how long it's been on my table. So let me say thank you to Holland Girls Mom, Scrap and Allie, Darlene, 1999, Shanda Herden. I can't remember how to say your last Herden. Shanda, but anyways, happy birthday, Shanda. Pamela Williams, Marlena Q, Cinderny, Tian Patton, Sharon Sullivan, Augustina, Liz Youngkin, Barbara Haish, Kai's mom, Beth D, Ronnie S, and Karen Haynes. Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate it. This is the insert. So we had a great birthday party for Kit Kat, but she did not want to wear her hat. So cute, huh? Look at Bussy's. Isn't that cute? His hat is on backwards. He's on. Ooh, they really love this cake. So it's really cute. Now they're passed out. So anyways, thank you guys for putting up with my coughing and the scary moment of the stupid heat dish thing. So and my scream of I don't know what's happening behind me. So anyways, guys, I love you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for everything. I please keep crossing your fingers, praying, whatever it is you want to do for me to get better, because this sucks so bad. Alright guys, I got a lot of crafting to do and I just don't have energy, so I don't know when I'll be back. I have so many unboxings to do too. Alright guys, love you guys, take care, Happy New Year, bye.